What up, what up? Thank you for listening to Compas Unfiltered. I am your host, Checo.
This is your co-host, Noe. What up?
Yes, sir. Before I introduce my guest, obviously you guys probably already see from the title what this is going to be about. This is somewhat of a, I guess, like taboo for kind of Mexicans, you know what I mean? To talk about stuff like this, just looked down upon, I don't know, you know? But we have good company to help us out and talk about it. Iris, welcome to Compas Unfiltered.
Hi, everyone.
Iris Marquez.
It
What up?
is our first female guest, right?
Yeah,
For real?
Yeah.
I believe
Well,
so.
besides knowing, pero yeah.
Oh, shots fired. Hey, man, comment down below if you thought that was funny. If not, give him some fire.
Laughing emoji all the way.
Nah, that was pretty good. I wasn't expecting it, bro. It's early, too. Today's we're a little different también porque we're doing the episode temprano. Like,
Yeah.
we're usually here at night, you know? And
That's why I'm on water.
it goes late.
And Compa Noe, well,
A little fruity drink.
No.
Cuban Mojito, Cayman Jack, our sponsors for today.
no, they're not.
Pero si
But if
quieren,
you want to.
pero si quieren pedo, aquí andamos. Yeah, welcome, dude. Yeah, first female guest. I didn't even thought about it, bro.
Yeah. Well, because we actually had Iris on here before, pero all the man hours didn't help out that day.
Nope.
Technical difficulties. So this is part 2 or retake of the
Yeah,
first
like
one.
a retake, redo, whatever.
Yeah. First question I want to get into and just kind of like get it out the way, right?
Hey, what is the title gonna be? You said that like it's already on there. You have it in mind?
No, but by the time they see it, they'll probably see the title.
I'm like, dude, like
I don't even know yet, but
but the title's gonna be
the
fire.
title's gonna be on. Hombre.
Hombre. Fierro, compa. All right, bet.
But first question, just to kind of get it out, you know. Obviously, I'm telling you guys already see what the title is. But when you're gay, is that the proper term, or kind of, or what do you guys prefer?
That's a really
Controversial?
I guess so, yeah, because everyone gets or identifies differently.
Yeah.
So I guess you have to ask. Well, don't ask, actually. They'll tell you if they want you to know, but I identify as gay. It's just like I like women. I don't like to use the word lesbian. I don't know why. It's not my vibe. But like everyone will identify different. Like they can be queer, non-binary, gay, lesbian.
Non-binary. I've never heard that. I don't think.
That's like woke, right? That's like some woke shit.
Oh, really? Oh, that's some new shit.
It's different. I feel like, yeah, I was looking into it yesterday, and it's like a lot of different people identify differently and feel different. That like there's so many, like, you know, things that you can identify as, and you just have to really either, if you know the person, I guess if they're comfortable with like, you asking or you them telling you, like they'll let you know. Same with like pronouns like him, her, them, they, things like that. But
Damn, took us back to elementary, bro.
You see, I went to school. I just asked because like even with like talking to compas, but I like to use the word primo when I'm talking to someone, even if I don't know them. I know them, like hey, que hubo, primo, whatever, or hey, paisa, whatever.
Yeah.
Some people get offended with.
I use the word paisa or paisano a lot, and yeah, sometimes I do feel like they think that you're talking down to them or something.
Right.
You know, and I mean, I feel like they think that because we're born here, but that's not the case. I say it a lot because my dad says it a lot.
Right.
And I feel like my dad always says it, like "¿Qué onda, paisano?" You know, and to me, it kind of just stuck. But I feel like whenever it's another person that probably wasn't born here and I say it, like they kind of look at me kind of funny or like
You talking shit, you know?
kind of like looking, yeah, but it's not the case. I mean, 100% not the case.
Right. I mean, and then we're like with people who are gay or whatever. I mean, obviously you should call them by their name, but if there is a situation where I guess you have to
Call them gay?
call them something.
there wouldn't be,
But it shouldn't be. I mean, it's not like, hey, you straight one.
I like how you twitch that up, bro. Yeah, that's funny. I haven't had that situation happen. But yeah, there should be no reason why you're calling anybody.
No, you shouldn't be.
by
But
their sexual likings. Or what is it called? ¿Cómo se dice? Sexual orientation. There you go. That's what I was looking for.
Eso.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
So, take us back as far as like your childhood and is it kind of, I mean, cause I see it a lot on social media where, you know, kids are, I guess it's like the cool thing to do or is a cool thing to say. I'm gay, I'm this, I'm whatever, you know. But, you know, people say like, oh, you're born with it later on you don't choose to be it. You know what I mean? So as far as yourself, like growing up, like you knew from the get go, or
I feel like it's different for everyone to when you find out like that you're gay, or like you'll know that you're not gonna question like, oh, am I like gay? Not like you're gonna question it, but like you just know.
No te vas a pegar.
And like when I was growing up, I feel like a lot of like, what is it called? Like the religion was like in my life a lot. Like with my mom, like she was very religious.
Okay.
So that was always like, this is what's right, this is what's wrong. And it's like, that always gets like in your brain a lot. Like you have to think about that stuff. So that kind of affects your experience coming out and stuff. Because then you're thinking about like, crap, my mom says that this is going to be wrong, or like my parents don't agree with this, my family, you know, like they influence you on how you're able to come out and how to express yourself. So that also makes it difficult for you to actually even accept yourself when you're trying to come out and figure out your feelings that you're having and stuff. So that's hard to say like, oh, at this time I was like, I'm gay. I think it's a process for everyone, and it's going to be different all the time for
everybody that's going through it. Mm-hmm. I can see how that would be like affecting, you know what I mean? Because well, like you said, like if you're trying to, because I'm sure it's a learning process too
for yourself,
as you go through it,
yourself.
Right? And then on top of that, they're teaching you
the right and wrong.
Right, the right and wrong according to
what they know.
Yeah,
and what they've
exactly
been
what they
brought up
know.
with.
Exactly, that's the perfect way to put it, because it's what they know. And I always tell my parents or anybody who, when we talk about religion or something, like, okay, but what if you were born in different circumstances? What if you were born in the Middle East? What, you know, where you? I mean, now with social media, todo, everybody knows about, you know, Christianity and all that. Mm-hmm. But I'm sure before all this social media stuff, like if you were born in a different country, bro, like you didn't know about the Virgin Mary, bro. You don't know que el 12 pinche mariachi está tocando toda madre, you know? Like you don't know that, you know what I mean? But
right.
So that's a perfect way to put it, bro, about our parents, because they're teaching you based on what they know. Mm-hmm. But there's so much more to learn, you know what I mean? Like behind being gay and behind the religion and behind everything. But since we're already on that topic, how do you feel? That was, to me, one of the important questions that I want to bring up, because yes, we were born and raised Catholic, right? Well, we're not born, but raised Catholic, pues, you know what I mean? And how do you feel about them being so against, you know, homosexuality?
Mm-hmm. I feel like
do you feel
it's sad to see like they're closed-minded about it and stuff, but that's how they were raised, and it's like you have to accept them to a certain extent, because it's like I want them to accept me, so I'm gonna let them live their truth and what they feel is right for them.
You know, we're speaking about Catholics.
Oh, Catholics.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about being gay and
you're
being
talking
Catholic.
about your parents? Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
how do I feel about the Catholic in general?
Yeah, because that's how you were raised. Like, do you go to mass? And when you go, do you feel welcome? Like, how do you feel about that? Like,
I don't go to church. I'm not religious. I wish that I was, and if I were to be religious, I feel like it's very important to have like your relationship with God, or you know, whatever you're looking up to, individual. Like that's going to be your personal relationship, and don't let that affect like what other people are saying. It's like, oh, you can't have a relationship with God. Well, it's like, well, maybe you can, because that's your relationship with God, or you know, like you're gonna know how to feel. You know, it's like your own thing, which I'm trying to work on myself, because I don't go to church. I don't believe in like the Catholic stuff. Like that's not my vibe. Mm-hmm.
At what point did you disconnect from that though?
Maybe like right after high school. Well, once I was not like my mom, but she'd be like, "Tienes que ir a misa every domingo with us." Like, let's go. So after that, once I think it was after high school where she stopped asking me like, come with me, or let's go. So it's like.
But did you feel a certain way when you were there? Like.
Yes, because there was a point where we would go to church and the priest man would be like talking about the gays, and he would be like, "That's wrong," you know. But there's this petition that's going on. Remember, I feel like there was this one time he was like, "You guys have to."
I didn't connect.
I'll tell you, he was like, "You guys have to sign this petition so that they don't allow them to get married and stuff." And my mom was like, "You have to sign this," and I'm like,
remember that.
"I'm not signing that." And Noe was like, "Why don't you just sign it, bro?" And I'm like, "I'm not gonna sign it."
We did have that argument. Well, not argument, but I was just like, just sign it, whatever.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm not signing that paper. Like.
Did I know you were gay already or no?
I don't think you did.
Oh, so that was like, sign it, fool, what up?
Yeah, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, just sign it. Like, why are you arguing?" I'm like, "I'm not gonna sign it." And I feel like that's when she probably was like, "What the heck?" And I was like, "Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen." Like,
I do remember that. That was at Saint Matthew, no? Oh, no, Saint.
No, that was the one right by your house.
Where we got married.
No, it was the one by your house, bro. The one.
Oh, I don't remember that then. But I remember the whole topic though. The whole situation.
Yeah, and
was intense.
I remember
because
that.
my mom was like,
just sign the paper. Like, you don't have a choice. And I'm like, no, I do have a choice, and I'm not signing that paper. And I didn't sign the paper because
she said it all proud and shit.
I didn't.
Well, I mean, your gay people would be proud of you for doing that, standing up for them.
Some people,
I signed it, so I apologize. I'm apologizing to you.
Yeah.
What? I mean, does it matter?
I mean, yeah.
Are you looking to get married or no?
Eventually.
In the future, with a dude or a girl?
A girl.
Oh.
Yes.
Just making sure, folks. Throwing some jabs at her, folks, just to see. A ver qué veo. Nah.
Yeah.
So bringing it back a little bit. I mean, that was probably like when you were 18 or around there, right out of high school.
18,
or,
17. Because
Okay.
I think I was still in school for that. Mhm.
At that point, you knew, like, yeah, it was like for sure, like, I know for sure I am gay.
Yeah, my senior year, I knew for sure, like, I was like, I like girls. Maybe I didn't identify as, like, fully gay or, like, lesbian, but I don't like to use the word lesbian, like I said. But I was probably, like, identifying as bi, just because it is, like, difficult to even admit to yourself, like, oh, I'm fully gay or I'm fully lesbian. So that was, like, I guess my transition into trying to, like, accept myself, because obviously I wasn't accepted at home, so I had to make that progress.
And okay, so since you basically accepted it and you were like, I am this, did you have anybody help you as far as like, because I'm sure that's like a mental battle.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know what I
for
mean?
sure.
So did you have like your brother to go to? Obviously, you couldn't really go to your mom. Who kind of helped you, like your friends or?
In the beginning, yeah, I had my best friend that she knew even before. I guess I knew, because when I told her, she was like, "Bitch, I already knew." Like, the
You want
fuck.
to shout her out?
Cynthia, hi, thank you.
What up, Cynthia?
And she was there for me all the time, and she was like, she would always be very like, "Don't worry about it when anyone else thinks. You know, love who you love. It's not, doesn't matter." So she was really supportive. Love her for that. And I mean, all my other friends were also supportive, and they were there for me. So I was, I guess, coming out in high school to them, but at home I was still just, they didn't know nothing.
No, as far as is she also gay or?
No, she has a man's.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, because she knew. So is that like I you know, because they have like, oh, I have gaydar, you know, whatever. Is that a real thing? No, neta way. Actually, I've always wanted to know, because people are like, oh, like when they're gay, like
Still, I thought asking about
I
myths.
can read them. You know what I mean? And
There's people that say that a lot, dude.
and like,
And it's mostly the gay people, because we do have a gaydar.
that's what I'm saying. And for us, it's like, well, honestly, we can't tell. I mean, unless you're like dressing like this or talking like this. But then I'll be like, man, he's probably a Cubs fan or an Americanista.
Ooh.
But
Damn, this fool came with the jokes today. I mean, it's cool, whatever. I don't like soccer like that, but para la gente que está escuchando, americanistas,
arriba las Chivas, güey.
that's not what I was gonna say. Shout out to americanistas. What up? What?
No, dude.
No?
I thought
I'm
you
not a
were.
Chivas. I'm not a Chivas fan. I don't care. You?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, see.
Hey, respect me, folks.
I didn't know that you were an
respect-
America fan.
I'm not.
Oh.
But I'm shouting out the homies though. I know I have homies out there that son americanistas. My mom's americanista.
You have a brother that's.
Oh, he's
Chivas.
100% Chivas. They get along.
For sure.
Okay, cool. I didn't know that about you.
I'm not a fan of any of them. But you know what? I'm gonna get a jersey for sure.
From
now that
who?
since y'all talking shit, America. I like the colors, bro.
Okay,
I'm
yellow.
You would.
I'm cool with the yellow. I'm gonna get one. So the next time next time we do an episode and he wears his jersey, I'll make sure to wear mine. Since y'all want to talk shit, we talking about respecting people's, and y'all ain't
I was
respecting
just
me.
shook. I didn't know.
Oh,
But it's
anyways, don't veer off from the subject, guys.
So that's the thing then. So I mean, I guess you guys can kind of tell or whatever.
Yeah, sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes they'll surprise you, like, oh, damn, bro, I didn't know. But, yeah.
Okay. So your friend kind of helped you out. Your friends, that was who were
There for me in the
back-
beginning. Yeah. And then eventually, when I came out on accident, because I didn't do it on purpose, it was...
Go into that. Tell us the story behind that.
So it was prom, and I was dateless with no prom. It was just a group of friends, which the rest of them did have dates, but like it was me and my other friend that's actually also gay, and she was more on like the tux, short hair vibes, and like, but we didn't have a date, and I was wearing a black. Obviously, she was wearing a black, so like if you saw, you'd be like, oh, they're as a date. We were not, and we were all meeting up at my house at the time, which was my brother's house, and
My house?
yeah.
Oh, I wasn't home.
No, you weren't. You were out because I remember I had to call you. And I didn't think to warn my family, like, hey, my friend cut her hair. She's coming in as a tux because again, like that was the normal to us. Like we went with her to pick out her tux and do all this and get the haircut and stuff. So like we were just like that's normal stuff. Like nothing to think about.
I mean, I knew the girl, and to me, she was kind of like the dude. Mm-hmm. I mean, is that bad to say about somebody?
No, I mean,
right?
like that's how they dress. That's how they feel like expressing themselves. So that's how they feel comfortable.
Well, tomboyish, but not only that, also like robust, kind of like she runs shit. You know what I mean? She wouldn't like that type of vibe. You know what I mean? Like a little athletic, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm. So I didn't think to tell my mom, hey, mind you, my friend that it doesn't have long hair anymore and she's gonna be in a tux. That was my fault because I feel like I should have prepared them so that they didn't get the reaction that they did in front of her because I thought that was kind of rude. They all made like a confused face and when she came in, and then they forgot their wallet, like her and the other guy that came in. Whoa. So they had to leave. And I was stuck there, and that's when everyone was like, yo, is she gay or like what's going on? And I'm just like, yeah, why? And then they're like, oh, we just didn't know, I was like already getting like
defensive.
Who was there? Teresa. Am I allowed to say names?
No, and I didn't even think about it.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Well,
okay. Well,
I wanted to know who was there.
Okay.
My parents. Yeah, I guess you could have just said parents, siblings, whatever.
Yeah, my brother, his wife, not you, the other one, and my mom. I don't know where my dad was because he wasn't there. He was probably working.
He was probably working, yeah.
And yeah, so they were like, oh, like she's gay. I didn't know she was gay. And I'm like, yeah, she's gay. And then like they just started like kept asking us. So I got annoyed, kind of defensive about it too. And then I was getting ready to put my shoes on, and my mom was like, yo, like what's going on? Like, do I have something to worry about? And I was just like, no, like she's just dressed like that. So that was in the room. I walked to the living room to sit down so I could put my shoes on because Oscar was also there. Oops, sorry. And I was like, maybe I'll be safe over here in the living room. She won't ask any more questions. Nope, wrong. She was like, hello, do I have to worry about something? Like, what's going on? And I'm just like, what do you mean? And she's like, are you gay? I don't know how she said it. And I'm just like, well, if I was, would you still love me? And she was just kind of like, didn't think I was going to say that. She was expecting me to just deny, or like, I don't know.
Or just say no. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I feel like as a parent, you always want your child to say what you want to hear. You know what I mean? Like, not knowing that you're doing that instead of listening. I feel like as a parent, like, I feel like that's harder than you think. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I do it with my son all the time, and he's only 4. Mm-hmm. So I can see, and my parents are old school.
Yeah, so she was
old school stubborn.
Oh, yeah.
So then she just looked at me like kind of baffled, and I was just like, and she didn't say nothing. I put my shoes on and we left. And it was kind of like awkward. Like
she didn't tell you that she loved you anyways?
No, she didn't. And she was just like, so we left. And that's when I think I texted you and I was like, yo, this is what just happened. I don't even think you knew yet.
I didn't know.
And I just kind of told him like what went down. And he was like, oh, it's going to be fine. Like just enjoy your prom day or whatever. And I didn't come back until like the next morning. And then when I got there, oh my God, she was in the kitchen waiting for me. And she was like, we need to talk. And I'm like, dude, I just got back from prom. Like, I'm trying to like go to sleep, shower, like knock out. Like, I don't have time for this. And she was just like right away, do I have to question your sexuality in Spanish? So that was kind of awkward.
How does that sound in Spanish?
I don't even remember, but it was just like.
We'll come back to that. Remember that.
Yeah. And I was just like, kind of like, I felt like I didn't have an option to like say no and stuff, but I feel like I should have said no because I wasn't ready to come out yet. So from there, when I was like, yeah, or whatever, she started like crying and she started throwing like Bible verses at me and like lectures and just saying like, this is not it. Like, I didn't raise you like this. She's like, where did I go wrong? Like, she was like confused and I was like crying because I'm like, damn, like what the heck? Like now I just feel attacked. Like this is not accepted at all, which I knew was going to happen. And yeah, after that, like it just went downhill. Like our relationship was crap. Like there was no relationship at all. Any kind of like interaction was like super intense and
on
like,
both ends, or you feel like it was you?
I think it was both. Because she would get upset over like nothing, and then I would just like continue it, or like vice versa. Like it was just there was no communication there for like years, a long time.
I remember that. That was rough.
Yeah.
But then later on, you did get married, right? Mm-hmm. To a guy.
Yes, I did.
Well, elaborate on that. So, are we skipping parts? Like, so you came out, that happened, the disconnection with the family happened.
We're skipping parts.
Well, not with the family.
My bad.
Okay, no, which is fine. We'll turn back to it. But, so you come out, my mom is obviously not with it, you know? The disconnection, you know, as a mom and a daughter happens for years.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say, what, 5 years maybe? Mm-hmm. Or
Yeah, because so right after that, let's continue the story. I was like, prom, graduated high school, and then she was like, I think you should move with your sister because she has a job for you. That's what she put it. And I said, okay, I'm down. Like, my sister lives in St. Louis. We were in Chicago. And then a few weeks went by, or maybe a few days went by, and I'm like, you know what? Actually, I don't want to move. I'm going to stay here. I want to be able to spend my last summer with my friends and do that. And she's like, no, I need a break from you. You're going to go with your sister.
Oh, okay. So the break happened based on the harsh disconnect that was going on between you guys.
Yeah.
So that's where the whole hey, you should probably move.
So that was like, okay, I'm going to be sent over to St. Louis because you don't accept me and you need a break from me, which is what I heard. And that's all that was like.
But I feel like you needed a break from her too.
Right. But at the time, I didn't see it that way. Like,
yeah, you were young.
It was just like, so you're telling me you need to get rid of me, basically. So I went to my sister's house. And then when I was living at my sister's, there was no communication with my mom whatsoever. I wouldn't call her. I wouldn't text her. Nothing. And she would call me and she would say, oh, like, how are you doing? Or like, and I would just be so cold to her, like such cold shoulder. Like, I would be like, I'm fine. Like, one-worded answers.
Like, stop calling me.
Yeah, it makes me feel so sad to look back at because it's like, damn. But it's like we were both hurting and it sucks because I was literally like, okay, I'm fine. What are you doing? Nothing. And that was it. And she would have to call Rocio to be like, oh, how is she doing? Like, I want her to come back. And I'd be like, dude, you sent me out here. It's been like a month. I'm not coming back. So that was a really tough time to be away from everyone. And
I feel like it was a tough time just in general, even for you, bro. Like, you're trying to figure out how gay you are and you get sent away and like the disconnect with the person that you're supposed to have the best connection with. That's a lot to process mentally, man. Like, fuck.
Yeah, it was difficult.
How long were you in St. Louis then after?
I was there for like 6
3
months.
days, güey. 3 days. Sí, no, güey. Se cruzó otra vez. Nah, I'm just playing. 6 months?
Yeah, I was there for 6 months and then I came back. But it was the same thing when I was back over here. She was still on throwing religious verses at me and all this, trying to change me and stuff. Like, she still didn't get it. So we didn't get.
Oh, that happened. I mean, up until like recently, fool. Like, I felt like that was
like
still,
this year recently.
Yeah. I felt like that was still a thing. Like, I forgot when was the last time I spoke to her about it, and it was still more like, nah, I can't accept that. Like, that's not who she is. Like, I mean,
which is probably still the case. She's just more able to be like civil and, not let that affect the relationship like you've been telling her all this time.
Right. Because, I mean, at one point it was affecting everybody in the household because, well, I mean, we all live separate, but any get-together, any gathering, it's like, she'll be like, yo, can I bring so-and-so? And I had to be like, no, so my mom can enjoy her time here. Like, she's going to be here. Like, you're just going to ruin, if we're having carne asada, you're going to ruin her carne asada, dude. If if we're having a birthday party, you're just going to ruin it for her. Or she's going to be here for
a little bit,
an hour, and then she's like, I'm out, peace. So I would always have to tell her, like, nah, don't invite nobody. Like, just come through, just chill. But, I mean, I knew how it affected her, but I would pick my mom over whoever she was going to bring. You know what I mean? Like, or, I mean, your feelings too, kind of, because it's kind of, now that you're able to bring someone to the house, it's like,
Different,
yeah, it's different, bro. But I felt bad, but I was still going to pick, and I was always hoping that you pick my mom too. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I know you want to bring this person, but like, my mom's going to be here for, like, she's going to be tripping or she's going to not be happy. And I mean, I was always picking mom. I was hoping you did too.
I mean, there was times that I didn't go. I mean, I remember a specific one that I was like, I'm not going to go. Because I was like at my like breaking point, I guess, with that. Like, and I was like, I'm not going. And I didn't go to whatever gathering it was happening. I remember that.
At my house?
Mm-hmm. Oh. And that was that. But like, for the most part, I think I did end up going. Because I didn't see it like how I do now. Like how you're saying, like, or how you explained to me, like I wasn't with the person long term or like
right. She
like
was dating people.
Yeah, it was like dating. Like it wasn't like we're living together or like it's gonna be, like more serious.
And as soon as she moved out to St. Louis with her partner now, then I told her like, all right, bro. Then if you want to bring whoever you're with now, it's serious. Like I have to respect that, and mom's does too. Like if she wants to come to the house, then she can come to the house. If she doesn't want to be at the gathering because you're going to be here with your partner, then it is what it is, But, like, I can't keep giving her, mom's going to be here. Like, hey, dude, if she's showing me that this is who she's living with, like, it's serious, bro. Like, at some point, I have to respect that, too. And, like, as soon as that happened, I was like, all right, like you can come through the house with your partner, you know, like. But when she was dating somebody, I was like, I mean, who knows if they're gonna be with that person? You know, I'm like, fuck that. My mom's first, you know.
Which I didn't see it like that back then. Until now that
you just felt some type of way.
Yeah, because you never explained to me like this is why. You just said like,
Right.
oh no, mom's gonna be here. But like after he explained it to me, I was like, okay, I see where you're coming from. I get it. So that's understandable.
Which the person that she was dating, she ain't with no more. So
And I feel like that's regardless, like even if she wasn't gay and if your mom didn't get along or your dad didn't get along with
With the
whoever
dude?
you were dating with, you're just dating them. Fuck that. He can't come. You know, if
Right.
if my pops doesn't want him in here, he ain't coming in here. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's just the way I would see it too.
but it was my crib.
What what I'm saying. If
Yeah.
it's my crib.
Oh, okay,
and
I see what you're
if
saying.
my
Like,
sister's
if your dad's
dating-
like, hey, no le inviten.
yeah, if my dad's coming and my sister's dating somebody, you know, and my dad doesn't want him there, you ain't coming, bro.
Right.
You know
and
what I mean?
and, like, I knew what I was doing because I felt bad doing it. And I would tell her all the time, like, dude, my bad, bro. But like, nah. But I didn't, you know what I mean? Like I had to put moms first. You know what I mean? But as soon as this role switched, bro, and she started living with this person, I told her, like, yo, now you're gonna be able to bring this person over regardless of the situation. You know what I mean? Like and somebody's gonna have to give, you know, and at this point my mom is the one, you know, that.
And it was still hard for me to be like, okay, you can come now because I knew that it was going to be awkward and she was going to be uncomfortable. And like, I have a different perspective of like my relationship with my mom.
Yeah.
So it's like, now it's like, okay, maybe like, let's give her some space, like for the family, us just, and then you can come in later once it's like at the end of the gathering so that she's not as uncomfortable throughout the whole event.
Which I still feel that's weird, you know,
That I had to do that.
that you do that. Yeah. Like, I mean, to me at this point, it is what it is, you know?
Yeah, but it's
But
like,
I get it though. You know what I mean? For like Christmas and stuff like that. Well, now I not only feel bad for you, I feel bad for your partner too, 'cause that she has to go through that.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
But then again, you go back to the beginning and like whenever you came out to me and you told me, like the first thing that I told you was like, bro, like brace yourself because your journey is gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Being gay is probably not easy. You know, you're going against the norm, just in the world, bro.
Yeah.
So that was like one of the things that I told you was like, yo, like prepare yourself for your own journey of being gay because it's not gonna be easy.
Yeah, for sure.
And the fucking difficulty started right in, and you know, where you're
ASAP.
supposed to, where you're supposed to be the most comfortable at home.
Yeah, it was difficult. So I guess whenever like you're gonna come out, always just make sure it's like a safe place for you to be able to do that, because it's not gonna be easy.
Move to a gay country. Is there a gay country anywhere?
No, it's stupid. Is there-
I didn't know if you know some days. Let us know. Hay un algo? Is there a place for gay people? Like,
I mean, like Boys Town, but the people live there. But like California
Oh.
is more like a state where it's more accepted. It's not as like different, you know. So
Yeah.
like that's a good place if you're talking about that. You want to go over there?
no, I'm good. Checo, you want to go there? Nah, I'm good.
I'm trying to go there.
I know.
But so you've been dating people now at this point, you know, you came out, you're dating people now.
Oh.
But then
Now you can go back to the marriage thing.
but so then you got married though. Like how did that happen from
So I had gotten out of the relationship that I was in, and this is like a person that I've known my whole life. So like we were really good friends. When I was like younger, there was like feelings there and stuff. So like the friendship was there, like the vibes were good, like we got along very well. And I guess at the time, like I wasn't mentally stable, and like my relationship with my mom was not good at all anywhere. And I guess I was kind of just wanting her to be happy and wanting her to be pleased with me and like this decision that I was making. So I took the opportunity because I was like, okay, this person loves me. I feel like I can love them as well and make it work so that overall, you know, it's a picture that my mom wants to see. And, you know, obviously I was like going through it subconsciously thinking this and like trying to make everything work, but it wasn't it because I couldn't live that lie. So I had to get out of there.
Literally.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you like moved to another state, right?
Yeah. I got married, moved to Texas, and I was out there for like, again, 6 months maybe. And it didn't work.
you just couldn't deal with it, and you're like, I gotta get out. Did you explain that to him? I'm assuming you guys talked. It was
I didn't explain it to him.
Oh snap! Okay.
No, we didn't talk about that, but I feel like he knew to a certain extent. Like I just told him like I wasn't happy. This isn't where I could be. You know, like mentally, like I wasn't there. Like I was just like it wasn't fair to him. So like he got the vibes. Like he knew that I was not okay at all, and he just wanted me to be happy. He's like, you have to do what you have to do. If that means you have to leave, then
Right.
do that. So I did, and I came back. And,
But y'all never talked.
not when I first like left, but like afterwards, maybe like a few months afterwards, we did talk about like the situation and everything. He's like, you know what, I don't have any hard feelings for you. As long as you're happy, that's what matters. And like he knows now, obviously, that, you know, I'm gay and like this is who I am and stuff. So he accepts me. We're still friends to this day. Like we're fine. The relationship is great. Like it's always gonna be, because like that's how we've been this whole time since we were like little. So I feel like that's pretty awesome of him to be able to look past everything that has happened and, you know, whatever I put him and his family through. And I appreciate that, because not a lot of people would be like, oh yeah, we're still cool, or like we can still talk regular. So that's pretty dope of him.
That's huge, bro. Respects to that for sure. That's a big. I mean, what y'all did was crazy. You know, like got married. I mean, and I don't know if he like you said, he probably didn't know, but I mean, that's a big step to take when you're ready.
Yeah.
I could just imagine when you're not mentally stable, or if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, in this particular case, to please someone else, and it ain't even that other person that you're marrying is your mom.
Yeah.
You know, that's insane to think that way. But this is something that you were going through.
Mm-hmm. And it's crazy because like you don't realize that your parent or whoever affects you to like the extent that they do, and it's like it does like mess you up a little bit.
How difficult was that, bro, to live in somebody else's house, to be out of the state?
Mm-hmm. It was hard because I didn't have anyone over there, like literally no one, like of my family at least, because I know his parents were like really welcoming and his brothers and sisters always made me feel comfortable, but I was like stuck. Like I'd never left the room. Like I was always like up all night, slept all day, and it was horrible. Like I was in that room all the 6 months. Like I didn't go anywhere. If I did, it was like on the weekends whenever like he was off of work, if we went, and it was like muy apenas.
Right. It was an uncomfortable situation.
Well,
just unhappy.
Yeah, unhappy. Because, I mean, it wasn't uncomfortable. Like I said, their family was welcoming. They were nice.
They were
like,
good people.
Making sure I was always good. And his mom would be like, oh, well, you know, you shouldn't be in the room all the time. Like, come out. Like, you know, don't let yourself get, like, that depressed and stuff. Like, she saw it. And, you know, she saw it coming.
That's crazy.
That was crazy.
It was intense.
What up, Checo? You looking a lot to take in or what?
No, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I could just imagine someone being like that, man, being locked up in a room. That does create depression like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Anxiety. I mean,
talking about depression and anxiety, bro. How do you feel like not being gay, but the whole process of, you know, coming out, dealing with being gay, not only in the family, but in the world? How do you feel that affects your anxiety or depression or emotional state? Emotional state, just more generalizing. Do you feel like that's also part of something that you may be dealing with, or no? Like that's two separate situations, or do they go hand in hand, or is that too deep?
What was the question again? It's because you went like all over the place. Like, how do I feel emotionally about being gay? Like, how to deal with it?
And do you feel like that attracts or brings depression, anxiety?
Oh, okay.
You know, like,
I feel like in the beginning when I was first coming out and people like finding out and stuff, and like you see who's accepting and who's not accepting, that does take effect in like being like depressed and stuff, because you're like, damn, I thought this person was like my friend, or I thought this was like my family member and they were gonna accept me, and it's like they don't. So that adds to it, and you're just like, fuck, like, you know, I thought I had the support from you guys and I don't. So that does like make you sad and depressed to a certain point. But then like you get over it. Like I feel like now, like I don't give a fuck, like I'm gay, and like what are you gonna do? Like nothing. Like it doesn't affect you, it doesn't affect like me, how you're thinking. Like that's your problem. If you don't like it, then oh well. So like it definitely in the beginning it affects you more because you're just like, it's new to you.
You're trying to accept it.
Mm-hmm. You're trying to accept yourself.
Yeah.
And like other people aren't. So it's like you just have to go through the process and the emotions and just, you know, make yourself strong for like us now.
And this is gonna be kind of stupid question. But what are some of the highlights of being gay? Do you get discounts anywhere or something?
You are dumb as fuck. That was stupid. That was fucking stupid.
I hate you. It's great. Honestly, like people are so fun. I don't know. Like it's just more.
You feel like gay people are more fun than straight people? I'll slap the shit out you.
No,
Like what do you? Okay, so that it was a legit question though. Like, what are some of the highlights of being gay? Meaning like, not perks, but like things that make you happy.
I don't know. Just you're just yourself.
Yeah, like just being free.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I mean, it's like the same thing as like how is straight being.
No, it's fucking awesome, dude.
Exactly. So being gay is fucking awesome as well. Like,
Is it?
It is.
Doesn't seem
Besides,
awesome.
I mean, besides the fact that you have to go through the process of like coming out to everyone and stuff, but it's like once that's over with, you're just like, oh.
But I feel like you say that, but it's not once that's over with, because then you still keep dealing with shit. Like people still look at you weird, you know, like, or the fact that this is a huge one. Like you can't show affection to your partner in certain places.
Okay. I see.
And like, yeah, it's not just like you come out and everything's cool. Like, no, wait, it's not that.
You have to get to your mental state where you're like, you don't care what other people think anymore.
But
So,
when you're
like,
straight, you don't have to think about that.
yeah, but
I don't have to get to a mental state.
But still, even when you do see like a straight couple and they're like kissing or whatever, it's kind of like, oh man, TMI, you know, or two, you know.
Is it?
Yeah,
Sometimes
like
you're like-
PTA or whatever.
Well, I
the fuck
mean,
they call it, you know.
if it's like if they're overdoing it, but I've never looked at any couple and like they're kissing. I'm like, oh shit, they're still romantic. Especially if they're older, you're like, oh look, they're still like showing affection. That's cool.
But I think that's
true.
also like it's more accepted now.
And then
You know
it's like
what I
if you
mean?
see a gay couple kissing, I don't know. For me, I'm just like, okay, cool. Like I'm not gonna think of it like, oh, here's a gay couple kissing. I'll just be like, okay, cool, they're a couple. Like
The last time that I saw something that kind of threw me off, bro, where I was in the city downtown. I might have been with my family still. I think that's the only time I probably go to downtown anyway. So I was more likely with my wife and my kid. And then I saw two big buff dudes, bro, like buff, bro, beard,
funny.
and they were holding hands, dude, downtown. And that was like a shock, dude. I was like, "Ah, cabrón, estos güeyes, they just lifted y todo, you know, like it threw me off a little bit, bro, because of the beard, the fact that they were like, they weren't small dudes. Like I always think like, oh, gay, scrawny, like tucked in, you know, vest, I don't know, something, you know what I mean? Well, however they picture them, however they paint them in TV.
But I think because we have that.
But this is what they teach us, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying,
but it
I think
has
we
nothing,
have
yeah.
that.
But pinches vatos barbones, and they were like motherfucker, you'd be scared of, you know? And then he'd be like, hola. And you're like, ah, cabrón. You know what I mean? Like, damn, bro. Sorry, bro. Is that cool?
I mean,
Edit that out. Edit that out. No, I mean, that threw me off, bro.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I wasn't like, ooh, they're holding hands or nothing like that. I just didn't expect it. Like, they were walking together. I'm like, oh, estos güeyes apenas vienen del gym. I saw them and I was like, damn, they're buff as hell. I'm like, damn, and the beard look cool. I was like, and then all of a sudden, like, bam, se agarran de la mano. I was like, oh, snap. I didn't expect that. It threw me off crazy.
but like you said, it's the way that you were raised, and it's like you're not
Just the way
accustomed
you
to
see.
that kind of stuff.
I mean, it's for me, it's more what I see on TV, dude. I mean, like, I don't know. But the fact that they were so big and buff and like, como dicen, like, pues bien masculinos, but they were gay, you know, and I didn't expect it. So it was like you said, a curveball. When you don't expect it, you're like, oh, snap. But I mean, I didn't feel any type of way. I don't care, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I wonder how my son would feel if he saw that, you know? Because he's only 4 years old. So
Yeah, he's gonna question it. He's gonna be like, what?
he's like, why
You
are
know?
they holding hands?
Why are they
Or-
holding like?
And then I had to tell him like the truth, bro. Like they're about to cross the street. Te tienen que agarrar la mano. I don't know what I would tell him. No, he didn't ask me, dude. He was probably like 2 years old, dude. He was little.
That's funny as
Ain't
heck.
paying attention.
It's been that long,
Cross the
yeah.
street.
It's been that long, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just I feel like your journey doesn't stop, though. I feel like it is still. It's I don't know how you feel, bro. Like you were at my house recently. What's up?
Hold on. I think we kind of skipped something, bro.
What did we skip?
Because I think like she got married, but then at that point, how did your mom feel?
That I was-
Do you feel like she felt like okay, we're normal again, we're good again?
To a certain extent, yes, but then she was also like, is this really what you want to do? Like, she did emphasize, like, hey, this is a big step that you're going to do. Like, you're going to get married through the church, and, like, this is a big deal to make sure this is what you want. And I was still like, yeah, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. Like, I went through with it.
So she probably felt it like this isn't it. Like this isn't really what you want. That's why she questioned it, right?
I feel like that she would have done that anyways because it was like
I feel like we all did.
So it happened like out of the nowhere kind of thing. Like it was like, oh, we're gonna get married, and then everyone was like shocked. Is he okay?
Break time, fool?
Nah, I was just checking. You saw what happened last time. I ain't playing games.
Okay, now I'm gonna probably edit that out.
That's cool. No big deal. I'd rather record than not.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean,
What did I say?
you didn't say shit, really.
So basically, your mom was just kind of making sure you were ready, and this is really what you wanted.
Yeah, she did ask, but I don't know if she was like felt like, oh, this is gonna be fine. But she was concerned. Like
I feel like we all were concerned about like the sudden decision. You know what I mean? Like it came out of nowhere to the family. Like all of a sudden she was just gonna get married. You know, like we all had to talk with her. Like, yo, like you sure? Like this is the same talk you would have with anyone else getting married, bro.
Right.
You know,
but
like,
the thing is, it was different because you guys already knew she was gay. Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, at this point, you already
at that
knew?
point, I thought she was bisexual. At that point, and I feel like that's something that we talked about. That she was still figuring out herself, literally, like still figuring out, like, yo, am I really gay or am I 100% gay or like, I think she was still going through the whole process or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't really know the terminology, but yeah, like it took a while for you to get to this point where you're at in your life now. I feel.
for sure, I do agree because it's like looking back a year, 2, 3, like my mentality was nowhere near where it is now. Like I would feel more like resentment to my mom, and I don't feel that as much anymore.
And I feel like it took you a while based on like what I have been telling you, like, yo, bro, like if you're going to live your truth, like you got to move out. You got to go start living you. Because living at my parents' house, living at a Mexican household, bro,
Ain't it?
You ain't going to be yourself. You're going to be what they want you to be, and you're going to pay what they want you to pay, and you're going to do what, you know?
Yeah.
Like everything is like, hey, but you're living under my roof, you know?
And that was one of the things that I was like, she would be like, you can't make that kind of decision because you're not mature enough yet. You don't know.
I feel like that was always her point.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
I was just like, what? Like, how are you going to tell me that? But you're going to tell. So I like boys, but I'm not mature enough to make that decision. So then I can't like nobody if I'm not mature enough to make that kind of choice. And I was just like, so like.
But you weren't ready though, bro. Like you weren't ready to move out. Like I was telling you, like, yo, you gotta go. You gotta move. Like, and maybe mentally you thought you were there, but like you weren't there with a job. You weren't there with anything else that would keep you.
Oh no, I wasn't ready to like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I was kind of on my mom's side with that, just based on like, yo, if you really want to do you, then get the fuck out. You feel me? Like it sounds harsh, bro, but like.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm saying like whenever you do come out, you have to be ready for everything. Like if you're gonna be living with your parents, you have to be ready to expect the worst. Like if they're gonna kick you out, like you have to be prepared. So if it's not a safe place for you to come out, you don't come out. But like I was already in too deep. Like she already knew, but I wasn't prepared for any of that.
That sounds real convenient and shit. Like if you ain't ready, fool, don't come out.
Well, yeah, because it could be unsafe for some people. Like it's a serious situation.
Yeah.
It's like
it is a serious situation. I'm laughing about it a little bit because it's kind of funny. But no, if you're not ready, you ain't really ready, dog. Like don't come out, dude.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but I was always with my mom about that because I was like, yeah, like if you do feel like you want to do you, like yeah, you got to move up. It's the same for us though. Like, and then I'm not trying to compare it to being gay or nothing, but like cuando quieres andar loqueando and te vale madre llegar a las horas que quieras pisteando, loqueando, whatever. Your parents look at you kind of funny, like dude, like no es hotel, güey, like. You know what I mean? Like, te alineas o te alineas?
Really? Because you guys are guys, and you guys had that issue growing up.
I had a conversation with my mom a few times about it.
You
know,
still
like
did it.
Yeah, but we had a situation about it, and you know what? That first house, I was paying on that house, so it's not the same. And I think that was my argument. And then this house was my house. So I do what I want. But yeah, I mean, it was like. It's not the same situation, but we still had a conversation because she saw me veering off to drinking heavily. And I mean, I was hanging out with this guy, so you already know how heavy I was.
That was me.
But yeah, like we had a conversation about that. But that's what I'm saying. They try to, and they, as parents, they try to guide you as best as they can, bro. Like it's not like you can't look at my mom and tell you that. You can't look at my mom and say that she was trying to teach you something wrong. She always wants the best for you no matter what. And guess what? Like right now, as you are living your best life, being gay and libre y todo, like she probably still sees the suffering behind being gay. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what she emphasizes on.
Yeah.
So if she sees that somebody's looking at you funny or they're not accepting you or whatever, like, you don't think she feels some type of way? Of course.
I'm sure she does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like as a parent, bro, like they always want the best for us. I mean, that's just how I feel.
Yeah. No, I think so too. And then if they just go off of whatever they know.
Right.
And if that's all they know, that's all they've been brought up. That's the way they've been brought up. So it's kind of like, no, this is wrong because I never did it. Nobody I know ever did it. So you can't do it. You know.
Right. Yeah, it's
That's crazy.
tough.
But now the relationship is
Better.
better.
And we gotta focus on that for sure. Because the last episode we did with technical difficulties, whatever, the relation wasn't there at all, right?
No,
like it was like
still,
elaborate a little bit on that.
it was still very disconnected. We talked the minimum, I guess, because I felt like we could talk, but it was never like like a full conversation. It was just very short and stuff. I wouldn't really call her that much. And then now, I guess when was the last time that we came over here? We came to visit one time, and typically, like before, she said, your partners are never going to be stepping foot in my house ever. And I was like, okay.
I want to say it was like 2 months ago.
Yeah, it wasn't that long.
No?
It was probably right around there.
Yeah, something like that.
It was recent though, and it was recent. I was like, wait, what? Go ahead.
And I guess then we came in again a few weeks later, and I don't know. I guess if I was gonna, she was gonna allow my partner to go, and I wasn't gonna go to their house for whatever gathering we had at that time. And I don't know.
I think it was just a regular Sunday carnitas,
Yeah,
carnitas at my parents' house.
Someone had to convince her. I don't know if it was Rocio or was it you. Someone talked to her and she was like, dude, like if she's not gonna come if you're not gonna let that. So she ended up saying, okay, fine, she can come in the house and just chill. So I mean, she tried to be civil, and that was the first like progress that we've ever seen. And I think after that, like I was able to like loosen up and be like, you know what, this is gonna be okay. Like you just have to not let the like how she feels affect the relationship, which my brother has been telling us the whole time. Like you can't let that affect like our personal relationship. And I feel like now, like I do like express to her like how I feel. Not like express to how I feel, but like I'm more comfortable to be around her and like hug her and things like that. Because before I feel like I couldn't even hug her, or like when I did live with her, like I didn't even, like there was a point where she was sick and I didn't even know she was sick because I was never home. And Noe was like, yo, how's my mom doing? I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, she's sick. I didn't know. And that stuck with me for a while because I'm like, I live with them and I didn't even know she was sick. And I'm always like thinking about that. Like, how do I not know this about my own mom? So like, I feel like now, like we talk a little bit more, we text like good morning and stuff. And like, it's better. But this is just recent, like the last few months.
So the main thing was we did the episode and my mom was not accepting of, and we don't know if she is or not accepting, but for sure her partner couldn't be around. Like if
anywhere.
the partner was going to be around, my mom was not around. Yeah. If we were going to be at my parents' house, like it wasn't even a question of like her partner, like her partner was going to come, like for sure it wasn't going to come. You know?
The gathering at your house where she was like, when is she coming? Because I'm going to leave. Or like,
right. It was like that to the point where it was planned out. Like, oh, is that person going to be there? Okay, what time? Okay, I'll be there before then, and then I'm going to be out. Okay, so like it had to be like that. So, fast forward to this episode, and then now this is coming out to you guys, but yeah, like that was crazy. When the first time when she's like,
because it's so stressful, like having to.
Pues íbamos a comer carnitas at my mom's, no?
Yeah, it was carnitas.
That was big to me because at my house, like she has no control who comes to my house, But the fact that we were gonna go have carnitas at my mom's house temprano en la mañana, un domingo, and we're like, yo, where's this person at? Like isn't she coming? Like my mom said it was cool, and
I didn't know.
Right, she didn't even know, and. Yeah, like that was big, dude. Like that was huge. I was like, what? My mom said it was cool. Like, all right, bet we're all going. Like, and it brought joy to me, bro, because I know that it was gonna bring joy to her and to her partner too, bro. Like, imagine we're forgetting, we're talking about her experience, not even thinking about what is that other person feeling, bro. Like, and I mean, to me, when she comes to our house, Like, we want to make her feel as welcome as possible, just like anybody else, bro. Like, without even thinking like, oh, she's gay, or, you know, she's my sister's partner. Nothing like that. Just the fact that she's at our house, like, we want her to feel comfortable, welcome, loved, you know, and she's living with my sister. So to me, she's fam. You know what I mean? But yeah, when my mom was like, and we didn't hear her. My sister told me, you know, she's like, yeah, my mom said it was cool that she came. I was like, damn, that's huge, bro. Like, I don't know how happy you felt, dude, but I was like, I've been dealing with this shit for too long, bro. I was like, thank God, bro. Like, cause.
And even when she told us, I didn't believe her. I'm like, I think I called my dad. I'm like, my mom said this, and she's like, I don't know. You gotta ask her. And he didn't even know either. Like, he was fine with whatever, and we had to verify again with my mom. Like, are you sure this is what she said? Like, we're talking to the same person, and yeah.
Like, it was that bad, bro. Like, to the point where it's like, it was always a hassle, dude. But yeah, whenever she was able to go, and I don't know how happy your partner felt, but I'm sure she felt good about it too. You know, like. Dude, anytime anybody's dissing you or your partner, bro, like, you gotta feel some type of way, bro. Like,
oh, of course.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Like, and I feel like we're forgetting about that other person. Like, they have feelings too, shit.
Yeah. They probably just felt like relief, right? Just kind of like.
I don't have to be like figuring out what I have to do while you're over here and stuff. Like, cause that's all things that you have to like think about and be like, what am I gonna do while you're with your family this whole time? And it's like, yeah, she has friends and family here, but it's still like, well, I want to spend time with your family as well, because she gets along with my brother, with the kids. So
yeah, it's cool, man. But I'm glad that we're past that point with my mom. My dad has always kind of been supportive, right? Family wise, we've been supportive. You feel?
Yeah. That sounds exciting. Yeah, you guys have been supportive since day one. No, you Oscar, they've always been like, you know, whatever you're happy with, we support you. So that's cool. Thanks.
That's what's up.
Any other philosophical questions, Wayne? Anything
No,
deep?
but
you want any help
to our listeners? You know what I mean? Who might be going through this, and they're probably young. Like, what? I mean, you gave them the advice as far as like, you got to have like a safe place, I guess, for you to be able to come out.
Yeah, I feel like you. Sorry, go ahead.
Safe place in a bank account.
In the bank account. But maybe or like, what if they're young? They obviously can't move out, but they're dealing with all this stuff. Is there like, I don't know, groups? Is there something where they can kind of go and be like, I can go talk to other people like this, and it's safe, and they're not gonna
1-800-GAY now.
Stupid.
This guy.
Take that shit out, edit it out.
I feel like
She wasn't funny. Thought that
You're
shit was
missing a number
funny.
way. That's all.
Oh, gay now with 2 W's way.
Oh.
So win-win. No. I take that shit back. It wasn't planned. That shit. I didn't rehearse that joke. I apologize. Stupid.
you're fine. Well, I guess when you're younger, it's definitely more difficult, because it's like, if you're like 12 or 13 and you're trying to figure this out, it's like, crap, you know, like I barely understand it myself, so it's going to be harder for like the parents to understand. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell the younger audience, but like, once you're getting older and you have a job and stuff, like, that, being comfortable with coming out and telling the person that you feel that is going to be accepting, because even though like you may think that they're going to be okay with it, and they're not, but it's like, you still have to be prepared for the worst and maybe have like a plan B. And do you have a joke for that?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I knew it.
You won't need a plan B if you're gay like that. Just throwing it out there.
Oh my god.
I take that shit back too.
No, I was like, wait, hold on, this is a good one. Let me give you your time. And tell.
There's a plan B right there. You thought that was funny? Nah, I got my beard wet. Fuck. Anyway, I apologize. Go ahead, fool. Help the audience, dude. They need help, dude.
What was I saying? Damn, dude.
I've never seen him laugh so hard. I have better jokes than that. Come on, bro.
All right, wait. All right, I'm good. Sorry.
It's this guy.
Yeah, just to feel comfortable. Don't feel pressure to come out, especially like if someone's like asking you, like, don't ever ask anybody, are you gay? Like, if they're not ready to come out, that's not something that you ask for, like, or pressure them to do so. Because I know there's people out there that are like, you have to come out to your friends, especially like if you're in a relationship and your partner is telling you like you have to come out to your family or else we'll break up with that motherfucker, because that's not something that other people
Did you go through that?
can decide. No, I did not. But I mean,
there was a lot of emotion behind
well,
that.
I guess in a way I did, because she asked me directly, like, are you gay? Or
Oh, you're
just
talking about
a
my
question.
mom's.
No,
But, like,
I meant in general. Because
no, but I'm asking you, did you go through that with the relationship where that person was like, bro, like, you got to come out?
No, but
No?
I've seen it. I've seen
Oh, okay.
like my friends that have gone through that, and it's like, dude, that's not right. Like they're not. That's not for their choice to make. Like you're gonna come out when you're ready.
So clearly, this is a big step in the gay life. Like coming out, like it's not just.
Yeah, because if
Like,
it's
you
like
gotta be ready.
you have to feel safe. Because I know there's been situations where it's like a guy has come out and stuff, and their dad is obviously machista or not accepting, and it's like
And it's
they've gotten
crazy the
beaten
way
up.
you're putting it, though, bro. Like, just think about the words that you're using, fool.
It sucks.
Like, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, how big and crazy that is that you're like, you gotta be safe when you come out. That shit sounds crazy. Like,
And you have to.
if you put thought to it, you know what I mean? Like, damn, bro, like, you already saying, like, you gotta prepare yourself for fucking life
Financially,
because va a estar perro. Like, once you gay, like, it's gonna be difficult. Like, you're saying that without even saying it, you're like, make sure you're in you have a safe place. Like, you're talking about this shit like you're going to war. You know what I mean?
But you basically are, because it's
that's
like,
to me, that's what
yeah,
I'm saying. Like,
it's
just
crazy.
being gay is like, fuck.
So it's like whenever, damn, you made me lose my train of thought. I had something good.
Did you really?
I did. I really did.
I doubt it.
Shut the fuck up. Whenever.
I doubt
Oh, ya me acordé. So it's like,
Watch, it's not gonna be good.
shut the fuck up before I forget again.
Watch,
Shit, the shit I gotta deal with. Fucking this guy.
watch. Go ahead.
Whenever you come out and you tell either your parents or your family and stuff, like always keep in mind that you prepared yourself for that moment, and you know you've been working on yourself to be able to get to the point to come out and accept yourself and then tell someone else out loud. You have to give them that time to also process what's going on. Like if it's not a good reaction, you have to give them that time. Like they have to process it, and you know you came into that conversation prepared for the worst. Like so you have to give them that same time. It's like if it doesn't go the way you want it, like
That's-
yeah, you're
I
gonna
feel
be
like that's
dead.
important.
Oh yeah, do you?
Oh, it was good. You came with it.
So like definitely give them that time, that space for them to process everything, and you know it's gonna be fine because clearly here we are, and being able to be where I am with my mom, it's like I didn't think I was ever gonna be here for sure. Like I always thought like, oh yeah, you know everyone else comes around, but my mom's not gonna come around for sure. Like that's not gonna happen. Like my partner's not gonna step foot into my mom's house ever. But like that's changed.
And yeah, that's changed, and I feel like there's still room for
Improvement.
growth. That like to the full acceptance, you know, because I feel like she comes around, but I feel like there's
Room for
yeah,
that.
I'm looking forward to see that too.
Yeah.
Now, what is the most difficult thing about being gay?
Probably the getting around the fact like that the people, like some people are not going to accept you, and it's like those people that you thought that were, you're just like, damn bro, like I thought you had my back and you don't. But it's like that's a hard part, but then like also like it's gonna be fine. Like it's like it's difficult, but at the same time like you get over it.
Do
know?
you cut people off like that though? Like the
Oh,
people
yeah.
that you've cut them off, it's done.
It's like, okay, you don't accept me, like why are you in my life? Bye.
What about the people that are like you can't cut off?
Like-
That you haven't had to deal with that?
Like my mom? Or like
Well, yeah, anybody that's
family?
real close that you just can't cut them off. Like they're gonna be around, or not. That's not really. Everybody else seems pretty accepting.
Yeah, everyone else pretty accepting, and if they don't accept it, they're just being fake in front of you. So it's like you just whatever, like ride with it.
Okay, cool.
Like I mean, for me at least, I'm just like okay, you can be fake to my face.
Okay. Any other philosophy? You wrapping up?
Wrap it up.
Any other deep questions? Nah.
I'm not gonna say anything.
That was a good joke too. I mean, it doesn't fit with them.
What do you say?
He said, "Wrap it up."
I can't, man. I fucking can't. Thank you for being on Compas Unfiltered.
Thanks for having me.
Compa Noi.
Yo, shout out to obviously my sister for being here. Thank you so much for coming out and not coming out aquí, wait, but you had already came out, but for being on Compas Unfiltered. Also, wanted to shout out your YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah.
So she's starting cooking, or go ahead.
Yeah, I mean it's just a cooking channel, anything food related, because I'm a little foodie, little fat ass. I'm in the kitchen to llama, and then yeah,
¿Cómo se llama?
I'm in the kitchen.
Oh, I didn't know.
Because of
cómo
my
se llamaba.
initials, Iris Marquez. I'm in the kitchen. And
Oh, badass, dope.
shout out to Peta. She's the one that came up with the name, and then Jonathan did a little trailer, so that should be coming out soon.
Oh, dope. So on top of that, you also have a YouTube video on when you came out. Is that
I
still
do.
up?
Yeah, it's still up. It's kind of cringe. I should probably remake that, but I mean, it's there.
Nah, but we're gonna be throwing the link on there, right?
Yeah.
We'll throw the link on there so you guys can watch this episode. and hear her experience and
Because that was before things.
trials and tribulations.
That was
right.
like when things were bad, like
Okay,
fresh.
cool.
Ooh,
So
look at that.
Definitely check out the YouTube video. We'll throw the link on there. Check out the food channel.
Same channel, but yeah.
Oh, same channel? The gay and food? A todo.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Check out the 2 videos. Is it 2? Oh, hay más, güey.
It's just 2 right now.
right,
We're working
cool.
on some more.
For sure. And I think that's it for me. I don't think I have anything else, but I definitely want to shout out the videos. And that's it. I'm good. I'm good with it, bro.
Follow our Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube, and like that Facebook page. And I think that's
well.
it, right?
Share
Check
the
us
links.
out, brother.
Share the links. Hey, deuces.
Peace. Compas Unfiltered. Out.